Hi there, I'm Judy Vitale. This is your weekly Horoscopes at Work forecast for November 13th through 19th, 2017. Oh my goodness, it's going fast, isn't it? Here we come to another new moon. This Saturday, we're going to have a beautiful, lovely new moon in the sign of Scorpio. So this is a time to go down deep, if you'll pardon the pun, and pull out the things that you know you need to take care of. It might mean that you go back to an old friendship or that you begin to see yourself for who you really are and what you truly want and what you believe you can do. But working on this issue is going to bring you prosperity when the full moon comes. So that's in about 2 weeks. So really think about that. The new moon will take place on Saturday, November 18th at 8:42 a.m. on the East Coast. Now we have a couple of other nice little configurations. There's a bit of romance in the air. Venus conjunct Jupiter on Monday at 3:15 a.m. and that's really nice for getting along with people. And then on Thursday we have Venus trine Neptune. This is like, oh my goodness, the perfect person just comes into your life. Well, you need to be careful when you see that, because sometimes when someone seems to be perfect, we tend not to look at the flaws underneath. Everybody has flaws. And it's best that you look at them realistically when you begin a relationship so that you can decide before you get too deeply into it whether or not you're going to be able to tolerate those flaws. Okay, there are a couple of other things. Mars square Pluto on Sunday, and then Mercury square Neptune on Monday. That's going to start us off with the week a little bit off on Monday. Just kind of take it slow and easy. We're going to have that Mercury square Neptune, which is going to make people a little fuzzy in the brain. And that's not until the evening, but it'll be in the air all day. On top of that, we have a void of course moon, that situation where you're not supposed to buy things or hold important meetings or make extravagant plans because things just don't go out the way that you planned. So from 10:45 a.m. to 6:26 p.m. on the East Coast at Eastern Time, it's going to be the moon void, of course, and then at 6:26 p.m. the moon goes into Libra. Life gets a little bit peaceful. People begin to see things from both sides. It's very pleasant. But at the same time, it can be challenging if you're looking to make decisions. It's like you see and say, well, that looks like a good idea, but maybe not. And now you know what a Libra feels when he or she tries to make a decision. On Tuesday, the 14th, the moon in Libra all day. Moon sextile Mercury, moon conjunct Mars. This means that your thoughts are coming through really clearly, and you may express them a bit more forcefully than you even mean to. If you start to say things and they come out sounding like a little bit harsh, it could be because of that Mars action that's going on. Wednesday, the 15th, we have the moon in Libra, and it's going to go void, of course, at 7:50 p.m. on the East Coast. And we're going to have moon opposite Uranus, square Pluto, and sextile Saturn. So the moon is really going to be in a heavy-duty state of mind during the day on Wednesday. I wouldn't expect things to move too quickly here, although I would expect some disruption and maybe some more things that kind of need to be swept out from under the rug, out from under, not swept under, okay? Now, on Thursday, the moon will go into Scorpio, getting ready for the new moon energy to get really stirred up at 3:19 a.m. And this is the Venus trine Neptune at 10:21 a.m. on Thursday. So this can apply at work as well in personal relationships. You meet the perfect person to work with. Oh my gosh, they've got everything you need for a certain job or a partnership situation or, a kind of blending of your energies or a new client, and then you find out weeks later that there's something about it that isn't quite right. This is the kind of thing that brings people together. This is a good thing, Venus trine Neptune. It's just that we need to take caution with it. Don't fall forward all at once. Allow the attraction to take place and then test it out over time. Friday, the moon stays in Scorpio, still getting ready for the new moon. And we're going to have Mercury making a little sextile to Mars. So thoughts and actions. Probably a pretty productive day on Friday because the Scorpio moon also tends to inspire us to get things finished and to really go down deep and get things, accomplished, going into all the details. and doing a spectacular job, because Scorpio people love to do the best job possible. On Saturday, the 18th, we will have that new moon at 6:42 a.m. and then poof, the moon goes void, of course. If you have planets around 26 degrees of Scorpio, and if you don't know what that means, you can consult me and I'll tell you, then this is going to be especially significant to you. And it depends on what area of your chart the new moon falls, and then you know how it might affect you. And again, I can help you with that if you would like to consult with me. And then on Sunday, and actually at 1:59 p.m. on Saturday, the moon is going to move into Sagittarius. And as it does that, people will lighten up their mood a little bit and start to get ready for what's coming next week. Can you believe it? It's going to be Thanksgiving before we know it. Sunday, we have the moon in Sagittarius and Mars square Pluto. This can create triangulation in relationships, people playing one off the other. And it can also spark jealousy and other kinds of things. So if you're beginning to gather with family, please remember that you can keep all to yourself and keep in who you are and try not to get entangled in some of the drama. If you're enjoying being with your family, that's wonderful. It is a really good feeling to be able to be with people who've known you your whole life and be accepted and loved by them. And as we all know, for most of us, it's a mixed bag. It's a little bit of each. So, Sunday, moon in Sagittarius, I say just be happy, okay? As for me this week, I am going to be traveling. I'll be teaching at Inhale Yoga downtown in Pittsburgh at 12 o'clock on Tuesday. If you want to come do a yoga class with me, that's going to be fun. I will not be at Journeys of Life this week because I will be with the Wellness Institute assisting an internship. So I'm very excited about that. And when I return on Monday the 20th, I'll be all ready to take clients and readings and all that kind of stuff. And you can find me still at readthestars.com. And you'll see my new site, which is Empowerment Coach Judy Vitale, the Empowerment Coach. And it has a little bit more information about all of the things that I can do to help you. So I hope that you'll check in with me. And if you have any questions, comments, or desires to have me tell you where that new moon is in your life, you can contact me at Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com.